going on, everyone? I hope you're having a great day. I wanted to do this quick video today because I posted up a comment on the fan page as usual, and some people responded saying the topic was kind of interest. And it is a bit relevant in my life right now because I've been sort of battling back and forth with my diet and how I'm handling my calorie intake versus my expenditure. Also the acidity level of the foods that I'm taking and how that's affecting my joint and muscle inflammation. Now in a previous video I uploaded, I said that I thought my SI, which is my sacroiliac joint, was inflamed. Now this could heavily be due to the fact that I've increased my caloric intake significantly over the past 2 months, I'd say, where I'm actually going into 1,000 to 1,500 plus surplus in calories on a lot of days of the week. And I'm really only doing fasting like once or twice a week, and usually that's only about a 12 to a 14-hour fast, so it's nothing crazy. I'm not really cleansing my system very much. I'm just eating tons of food, and it's kind of having a little bit of a detrimental effect on my system. Now that could be affecting my nervous system a little bit. I tried some deadlifts yesterday, and they felt just like pretty freaking heavy, heavier than they should have. So that could be a sign that it is affecting my nervous system. Now generally how I eat is that I post up a lot of photos on Instagram of the food I'm eating. Now I'll have like a base meal, which that meal is like, it's very, let's say it's high in micro and macronutrients. So it actually gives me a lot of what I need as a base for the day. So I'll have like a large steak or some brown rice or some broccoli or potatoes or something like that. Something that's giving me good protein, good carbs, and it's maintaining my body's acidity because it's the foods themselves that I'm actually eating during my sort of my base meal they're highly alkaline foods. So that's all well and good, that's great. Now if I could maintain that throughout the day and do it every day, so basically throughout the day constantly have let's say probably like 4 to 8 meals throughout the day, and those would all be high alkaline foods and basically clean foods, then I don't think I would have an issue with any sort of joint inflammation or muscle soreness. But the problem with doing that, and the problem that a lot of people face when I talk to them, and sort of the general discussion, is that eating that way can be quite costly, number one, and it's not very efficient in terms of your ability to you'd have to prepare all that food in advance and then have it ready for yourself and then eat it throughout the day as you go, and you'd have to continually do that over and over again. I mean, I've done that before. It's really a bare minimum practice when you want to lose weight. Like if you want to lose weight, you need to do that stuff. You can't just have a base meal and then YOLO the rest of it. Okay, that's more like a powerlifting type of parameter where you're not trying to lose weight. At this point, you're actually trying to gain weight, gain mass. So you'll have a base meal which will cover all your micros and macros, and then you're gonna sort of fill everything in with like filler foods, as I like to call it. Now filler foods is basically garbage. Like I'll give you some examples. I'll have some donuts or a chocolate bar or half a bag of chips or all those foods that I often talk about, and I've talked about in older videos, going back a couple of years when I was losing weight. Those foods, I talked about them as being like detrimental to your efforts in terms of weight loss. So that's absolutely true. Those foods are not good for you at all. And even as I take them now and I eat them now, I know they're not good for me. I even notice an effect on my skin. Like, I don't know if you see right here, I have like a couple of pimples. Now, I'm not one to get any sort of acne, but I know that the second I take highly acidic foods, it starts to come through, it starts to show. And it's funny because this little bit of acne here will coincide with my muscle soreness or my joint inflammation, which I'm even noticing today, to be honest. Like I tried those deadlifts yesterday, they felt really heavy. I woke up today like sore as, just really, really sore. So, I'm gonna do some stretching, some foam rolling, some smashing. I'm actually gonna go to a massage and get that taken care of. I bought like one of those daily deals. But that, that's sort of what I wanted to cover in this video, was just once you've already lost the weight, and again, the practice for losing weight is ensuring that you're not eating acidic foods, that you're spacing out your meals, and that you're applying intermittent fasting. And that when you're doing intermittent fasting, and in general when you're losing weight, drink tons and tons of water. Your fasts should be, aim for like 18, 20-hour fasts and like a 4-hour eating window if you can. So, I used to do that when I was really pushing the envelope and trying to lose weight. I got down to like a 7 ish body fat percentage, and I'll put the picture up on the screen here if you haven't seen it before. You know, I achieved what I needed to. I dropped, I cut weight, you know, I got somewhat shredded. But at that point I figured, you know, it's not really beneficial to be like shredded and ripped and whatever, unless you just want to look good. And who really cares about that? So my goal with losing weight before was to cut down all the weight, get to a healthy level, and then rebuild from there. So building up muscle, just eating tons of food. So honestly, I have been sitting in a caloric surplus every single day for the past year to 2 years. And I've really just amped it up over the past few months. So I guess what I really wanted to discuss in today's video was trying to maintain a balance between having a caloric surplus and ensuring that you're eating alkaline foods and not overdoing it with the acidic foods, because there's a certain point where, let's say you're trying to put on mass and you're eating like that and you're eating these acidic foods, and then all of a sudden it's just like you're going to hit this like downward spike, because those foods have no micronutrients to them. They're just filling in the calories and the macros. So they're just giving some like unhealthy fats, carbs, and they're just filling in the extra calories for me. So now if I want to hit a 5,000 calorie day, I'll have you know, solid whole foods, you know, probably about 2,500 of that, maybe 3,000, and then about 2,000 additional calories is just going to be garbage. So, you know, it's effective for filler, but at the same time it has a detrimental effect and a downward effect when it comes to recovery, because I feel sore when I shouldn't feel sore, to be honest. So that's all I wanted to talk about today. It's sort of like this, it's a give and take really, and it's a matter of maintaining balance with your dietary habits. It's something I wanted to share with you and just discuss, and what I've been going through personally. I'm going to try and level out things a little bit more. I'm going to bring down the acidic foods, try and bring up the alkaline foods. So if I'm having a 5,000 calorie day, I'm going to try and work towards at least 3,500 to 4,000 calories of that is going to be coming from whole foods, and then I will fill in the additional 1,000 with like just junk and garbage, just to meet my calories and my macro requirements. So now this is heavily applicable for me because of my age. I'm 30 years old. If you're like 20, you could probably get away with a lot more garbage in your diet, a lot more acidity. I still wouldn't recommend it, but you know, give it a try. Try and cut out some of the acidic foods. Try to incorporate more fasting if you're trying to lose weight. If you're not trying to lose weight and you're trying to gain mass and muscle, you know, let me know how you're doing it. Comment down below. Are you trying it with, you know, the junk and all that stuff, kind of like what I talked about? And if you are you seeing any effects of it? So thank you for watching this video. I'll post up another one, probably a training session sometime soon. I'll catch you again on the next one.